My sister started dating a wealthy young heir, but their romance was brutally crushed by his older brother. That brother looked down on us, calling my sister a gold digger and a pick-me girl. I was so furious that I created a fake account to catfish him, intending to teach him the pain of unrequited love. After 6 months of online dating, this uptight, old-fashioned man was calling me baby and asking to meet up. I laughed coldly, blocked him, and disappeared. I thought we would never cross paths again, but as fate would have it, my sister ended up marrying the heir anyway. At the wedding reception, I heard a familiar voice and was too scared to lift my head. Then I saw my sister and her husband walk over and call that man uncle. I was so shocked I dropped my chopsticks. I ducked under the table to pick them up, using the tablecloth to hide my horrified expression. How could he be the uncle? That voice was unmistakably the man I had catfished for 6 months, Adrian Thorne. 6 months ago, my sister brought her boyfriend Leo Thorne home to meet the family, but Leo's older brother, Adrian, intervened and broke them up. This guy was obsessed with controlling his brother's life. He claimed my sister wasn't good enough for Leo, calling her a gold digger who was only after the Thorne family fortune. My sister came home crying her eyes out and broke up with Leo. I couldn't stand seeing her like that, so Adrian Thorne, the rich one, dared to insult my sister. I decided to teach him a lesson. I created a fake persona, a girl selling artisanal tea online, and got Adrian's contact info. I messaged him every day playing the long game. Adrian was a tough nut to crack, a total prude at first, but eventually he fell for my charms, calling me baby and sharing his deepest thought. Until recently, when he asked to meet in person, I gave him a sob story about being insecure and unworthy of him. Adrian insisted he didn't care about looks or status. He just loved me. Ironically, when it came to his brother Leo, he demanded a match of equal status, but for himself, love was all that mattered. The hypocrisy. He was clearly targeting my sister. Enraged, I insulted him, blocked him, and vanished. I thought the prank was over. Adrian got his heart broken and we were even. Who knew that Leo and my sister would get back together and actually get married? I was at the wedding, sitting at the main table for the bride's family. Next to us was the groom's family table. Since I sat down, I hadn't dared to look up or glance around. I even feigned a sore throat to avoid speaking. I had sent Adrian photos before. They were heavily edited. Smaller face, bigger eyes, taller nose. As long as I kept my mouth shut, looking at that face that even my sister wouldn't recognize, he surely wouldn't know it was me. Trembling, I waited as the wedding moved to the reception phase. The bride and groom were going table to table for toasts, wishing everyone a lifetime of happiness. Hearing that familiar deep voice, I almost buried my face in my soup bowl. My sister and Leo both called him uncle. No, something must be wrong. Maybe I heard it wrong. Once they moved on, I glanced sideways. I only saw the man's back. He was in a sharp suit and an expensive watch, his back straight, radiating a dark, intense aura. After the toast, an elder at the table teased him. "Your nephew is married. When do you plan to settle down?" "Don't bring it up," a young man next to him whispered sympathetically. Uncle Julian finally opened his heart, but it turned out to be a catfish. She was selling tea. She blocked him and he's still fuming. "Ethan," the man at the head of the table spoke, his voice laced with displeasure, warning him to stop. "Wait, Julian." I turned my head, cold sweat dripping down my back. This man wasn't Adrian Thorne. Tonight was a family dinner for the Thornes. My sister had given me photos beforehand to memorize the key family members. My despair peaked. I had catfished the wrong guy. During our 6-month relationship, Adrian, who was actually Julian, had sent me countless voice notes. Toward the end, he wanted to be on the phone constantly, even while sleeping. I would recognize that voice even as a ghost. Seeing the opportunity to break his heart, I told him I fell for someone else. A new boyfriend who was much better. I called him old. I said he probably smelled like mothballs. I called him ugly. That's why I never videoed